You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin.
What the?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Do you really think this is the end?
As you descend the final step, the form of the princess comes into view. A large shackle leading from her wrist to the basement wall. Just start stabbing her already. I'm sick of all this anticipation. We're ready.
Fine. If you want to fight, I'll give you a fight. Let's go!
Finally ready to complete your destined task, you launch off the wet stone floor of the basement and catapult yourself headlong towards the princess. You and the princess exchange dozens of devastating blows.
Damn!
Sometimes you manage to strike first, and sometimes she tears through you before you have a chance to act. But more often than not, each of you fells the other in the same moment.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Okay then. What?
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Hold on, so... I'm so confused. So I have no memory of anything before, which is why all these answers are the same as beginning. So each time I complete a segment, I get a new ending. Or a new beginning and a new... to start over. You know what? Let's continue.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Honestly, I agree.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
And fuck you, yes he does.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
No, I don't think I'm gonna need the blade.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Softly?
Hello? Is someone there?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
She does sound familiar, that's for sure.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by coming here unarmed.
Just checking in on you.
You are? It's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement. She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone?
You'd be surprised.
I am begging you to stay focused. There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Hold on. Let's talk first.
Okay.
What's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
That would be a stupid name. So, Princess is your name.
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long, I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird.
Very weird.
She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
I don't know anything about you. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
I mean, you're not wrong.
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
If I'm the first person you've seen in a while, what have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
What do you mean that doesn't have anything to do? How have you been alive down here?
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Right. I was sent down here to slay you. You're apparently supposed to end the world. But I wanted to see you for myself. I'm still not sure what to believe.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
No. I guess they forgot that in the dossier. I was hoping you'd tell me.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
I believe her. She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that, and I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
You are absolutely right.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about. Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
You're absolutely right.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch no less.
A lot of the things you're saying just doesn't add up. I'm sorry, but I just can't trust you. Like I said, you've been down here for so long. I can understand not knowing your name, but the fact that you've been down here without food or drink for obviously a long time, long enough for you to forget your name, I kind of question if you're actually a real human being or a person. And look, I know it sounds excessive, but once again, I don't make the rules.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
You'll regret this.
Huh?
I promise you. But go ahead, run along and get whatever you're planning to get. But you'd better hope that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these
Okay,
chains.
yep, nope, go, 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 go,
Has to be
go, 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 go.
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade.
I got
both
the
yours
knife.
And the world's only possible salvation. Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
Yep.
You slowly creep down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
Too quiet.
Where the princess sat only a moment ago, there's only a
Oh.
severed arm, its cooling flesh still chained to the wall, and she is nowhere to be seen.
Save. Alright, I saved.
Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
Wait. It did! Hello?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room.
Okay.
You don't see her. Where is she?
Let's close the door behind us.
You close the door behind you. Almost magically, its locks immediately click into place. Maybe they'll open if you finish the job.
What's that supposed to mean? Nevertheless, we're down here.
You step forward to investigate the severed limb. A trail of blood leads from its jagged stump into a dark corner of the basement. And then you hear the quiet patter of feet against the floor, and there's suddenly a weight on your shoulders. The princess tears into you.
Oh shit!
Her teeth and claws are unnaturally sharp, ripping into your shoulders, digging
Oh.
into your throat. You fall to the ground, the princess eagerly tearing at your flesh. The ferocity overwhelms you, and as the princess rends flesh from bone, your limp fingers lose their grip on the blade. It slips from your hand, your one last means of defense, lying useless beside you in a pool of your cooling blood. I suppose this is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand, and now look at you. Everything goes dark,
And you
and
die.
you die.
Chapter 2. The Beast.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the bed, you're here to...
Motherfucker, I died! Okay?
A terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that. This is the first time either of us have been here. If he
I
doesn't
doubt
remember
that.
what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that. If he doesn't remember what happened,
Wait, the voice of the hunted?
trapped us here. You're not trapped here. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. Though the only
Bullshit!
sensible thing for you to do right now is march up to that cabin and slay the princess.
Bullshit! You are forcing me to stay here! Something is forcing me to stay here in this weirdly black and white drawn world.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
Fine.
A warning.
Yeah, I heard you before
She will
already.
lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Does a cat lie to a cornered mouse when it plays with its freedom? Or is it just acting out its nature?
That is very creepy.
I don't see why that matters. A lie's a lie, and if anything, she's the one who's cornered.
Is she,
could go
though?
out of there whenever she wanted to. We should trust nothing that she tells us, only what we hear and smell. That's a very roundabout way of saying that you should listen to me and take this seriously. Maybe.
Well, guess we gotta put her down.
The interior
Whoa.
of the cabin is ruinous and dilapidated. It feels like no one has lived here for a long time, wind rushing in through cracks and holes in the wooden walls. The only furniture of note is a termite-eaten table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
You never said anything about a mirror.
That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
There's a fucking
There's
mirror.
definitely a mirror. There isn't.
It's right here. It's right fucking here. How many times do I tell you there's a fucking mirror?
What a strange thing to lie about. Maybe he doesn't see it. Much like he hasn't seen what's already happened.
Oh, man. Why would you lie about this? What is the point?
Exactly. Why would I lie about something so meaningless? What good would a mirror even do? That you waste time preening yourself instead of doing what needs to be done?
Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago.
This is really strange. I've seen this mirror like 3 times now.
And now it's gone.
Well, better take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Well, let's go.
The door to the basement
Jesus.
creaks open, revealing what's left of an old wooden staircase. It's still sturdy enough that you can make your way down in one piece, though you'll have to be mindful of holes. The air seeping up from below is oddly warm and wet, as if you're descending into a jungle. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. She growls up the stairs.
Oh.
I can smell you.
Oh, okay.
She sounds almost feral, impatient, or maybe eager. You carefully make your way down the stairs. The last step gives way to the damp earth floor of a starlit pit. The walls are obscured by an impenetrable darkness, giving the illusion that the room might stretch on forever. You brush against the wide leaves of plants that surround you on all sides, seemingly the only living things that occupy this strange underground wilderness. The jungle is pressing in on us, hiding her from view. She could be anywhere. You see only a flash of the princess before she scurries away into the underbrush, dragging her heavy chain behind her. Remember, she's just a princess.
That is definitely not a princess.
just a princess.
Thank you!
You're not helping.
And neither are you! And I'm arguing with myself with 3 different voices in my head. I sound like a crazy person going insane, and I'm about to fight a giant beast.
It doesn't matter what she is. It only matters what she does. Her shining eyes appear between the leaves, staring hungrily at you from the darkness.
I can hear your heart pounding from the bottom of the stairs, fledgling. You're right to be terrified. I'm so much more than you. And a little splinter clutched in trembling hands won't save you from me.
A shiver rushes up your spine and pulls you upright. The air's shifting. She's getting ready to pounce. Move, now.
Hold on. Save. Ooh, okay.
Instinct. As you land, you're buffeted by a gust of air, disturbed by the sudden motion of a massive body. The princess. In an instant, she's pounced on the spot where you would have been, her chains rattling across the floor behind her. Before you can blink, she's gone, vanishing once more into the shadows. But you still feel her gaze on you.
You're faster than you were before, but you're still meek, reactive, prey.
You whirl around to find her, and your gaze meets hers, a pair of shining eyes peering out at you from just beyond the basement stairs. So she's cut off our escape. Shit, what do we do?
You cannot reason your way out of this, fledgling. There's no compromise with what I am.
At least she's upfront about her intentions.
At least. Then what do you
I
want?
want to swallow you whole, and I will get what I want. You have no exit. You have no hope. You live and die by my whims, and my whims alone.
Don't ask her what she wants, just slay her. Is that all the advice you have? We don't even know what she looks like. Some specifics would be very helpful. She's just a princess. Don't overthink it.
Motherfucker, do you not see what's in front of us? Do you not see this?
She is clearly not. She's coiling for another strike. Be somewhere else. We're on the back foot. The back foot keeps us nimble, keeps us alive. It doesn't matter if it keeps us alive, if it eventually kills us. We need to take back the momentum. We need to do something.
Well, you're right about one thing. We do have to do something. We're playing dead.
It's unexpected. It could work. As the princess lunges from the shadows once more, you
Fool a
collapse to the
predator
ground,
by faking
feigning
your own death.
She lands directly on top of you with her full weight, nearly crushing you into the dirt, but then... silence. Only broken by the sound of your beating heart. It actually worked, didn't it? Only, what do we do to make her leave? Do we just keep playing dead? She sniffs at you, shifting her weight uncomfortably as her face finds yours. Her breaths are hot and oppressive against your skin.
Have you seen my great big eyes? Because they see you, fledgling. They see your heartbeat pulsing in your throat.
Move, now!
She's on top of me. I can't fucking move.
But it's too late for you to move. Her jaw unhinges, and she swallows you whole. I guess that's it then, isn't it? Unfortunately for you, no, this isn't.
Wait, it's not over yet?
You are in a dark and caustic
Oh
place.
god.
A thick, fibrous lining constricts around you, its slick surface impossible to grip. Your hands scrabbling uselessly at your surroundings as they compress in on you. Your lungs can barely expand in such a tiny space. Not that the humid, finite air grants you more than a few shallow breaths at a time.
Ugh.
The liquid pooling beneath you starts to seep into your skin.
Oh god,
You
acid,
itch,
stomach
then
acid.
sting, then burn as the acid begins its slow work.
When I killed you, I tried to leave this place, but it wouldn't let me. You belong down there, it screamed at me. The world is better off without you in it.
The flesh around
What are you
rumbles
talking
as the
about?
princess begins to move, her thundering footfalls twisting you helplessly about. Your skin protests as the corrosive liquid sloshes around you, but there will be no respite for you in sight. The burning grows stronger, and you can feel layers of you being peeled away.
Oh god, oh god, oh no.
You don't belong down here. You came from somewhere else. You came from out there. So I consumed your dead heart, and I carried it in my throat, and I draped what was left of you on my back, and I threw myself against that door.
She stops, her muscles tensing around you, and through the muffling layers of her flesh, you hear the whine of straining metal. And with a pop, she lurches forward, your body lurching right along with her. Her chains. She's loose.
But even then, it denied me freedom. You cannot fool me by draping yourself in decay. I know your true nature, and it is suffering.
Gravity pulls at you as you're hefted upwards, the distant creaking of ancient wooden steps barely audible over the thudding of the princess's heart.
And then it was gone, and I was here. A new enclosure, a nicer cage, but still a prison. I learned from my wounds. You're alive now. We can leave together.
Does that work? Could she free herself if we're alive in here? Do you really need me to give you a definitive answer for you to understand that the situation is grim? Stop her. Do something. You still have that steel claw. Tear through her before we are her. Survive. Or we could use it to make this quick for ourselves. If she needs us in order to leave, we could at least deny her that. That is a bad thing to do.
Fuck. You know what? Fine.
You're so gonna regret that. Hedgehogs don't make good snacks.
Dig.
Though you have little room to move, you use what strength you can muster to drive the blade forward into the thick walls of tissue digesting you.
You should know you should never swallow hedgehogs whole. My fucking spikes and my knife are gonna cut you up on the inside.
I can feel you tearing through me, but are you swift enough for it to matter?
Your body is violently jostled, the disruption causing burning skin to slop from raw muscle, and you hear what you can only assume is the princess pulling against the door to the cabin.
The cage is still locked.
You slice again, deeper, rooting through her meat with the tip of your blade, until at last it finds her beating heart.
Oh god, I can see my bones. Oh god.
The pulling returns to bang as the princess desperately throws everything at the cabin door. Your flesh screams as your reddened, spongy body is hit with fresh waves of blistering acid.
You can't hold me forever.
And neither can you. I'm right here. If this is how it's gonna end, then we will end it together.
So your body is dissolving, eroding into unrecognizable shapes. Your will drives it forward. You have a target, and you will strike it. We're too late, aren't we? This isn't survival. This is spite. No, it's something better. It's fulfilling a noble destiny. Your lone, functioning arm lashes out, stabbing up towards the princess's heart.
So you found a way to kill me. Then we'll die together, and I will see you again soon.
With those prophetic words, you do not draw another breath, your body tangled and melting in the cooling folds of the princess's flesh. Everything goes dark, and you die. But at least you've saved the world. I hope.
What the fuck? Chapter 3, The Wild. What?
We are a path in the woods. We have no beginning, and we have no end. But something cold and unnatural sits watching us from just beyond our edge.
Am I dead? What's going on?
His gaze pushes against our borders, curling them in on themselves, preventing them from stretching to the places they need to reach.
No, that's all wrong. You're not a path in the woods, you're on a path in the woods. Who's even saying that?
Oh, so you are here. I guess I'm not dead.
That's not the princess, is it? Oh no. How many times have you been here?
Well, if I had to count, I'd probably say about 4 or 5. Why?
I think this is our third? That's bad. That's very, very bad. It wasn't even supposed to reach 2. If you're at 3, well, no wonder things aren't the way they're supposed to be. Oh, isn't that fun? He's
Contrarian?
upset. Of course I'm upset. The world is at stake here, as I'm sure you already know. Let's get our facts straight. What happened last time? What could you have possibly done for things to be like this?
I have no
The
idea.
thing that sits beyond our edge speaks his logic into us. He tries to grasp at things that cannot be grasped.
What?
He tries to stare with wide pupils at that which can only be held from the corner of the eye or with a passing glance.
Shut up. The rest of you, talk. What happened? What did you do?
All I did was slay the princess! That is all I did!
Can she hear us if we talk?
I can hear everything, little one, but you don't have to be afraid of me. There's no place where you end and I begin. Nothing can hurt you here. Not anymore.
Oh, I like that. I don't feel so small anymore when you put it like that.
That's because you aren't small, even if you act that way. We're both so much more together than we were apart, and we can be so much more still, vast, unfathomable.
If you really want to know what happened, we tried playing dead, and she ate us. She ate you. And now you're convinced that you're stuck together. What a mess.
Oh no, because we die. Our bodies meld together. So that's probably why she's in my head now.
He doesn't understand. We aren't convinced of anything, and we aren't stuck together. We're one. This is how we're supposed to be. Can't you feel it?
Feel what exactly?
Sure, being one with the princess is pretty great, but what can we even do right now? Hope we're not supposed to just passively exist like this. I did not sign up for passive existence when we faked our own death.
This thing watching us, what is he?
I'm not watching you, I'm trying to help you. That's not an answer to our question.
Right?
I don't know what he is. I only know that he is something other, and that he wishes for you and I to tear ourselves apart.
I do want that, but only because it's in your best interests. It's in everyone's best interests. You won't be able to slay her unless you remove yourself from her.
He wants us to kill each other.
I don't. I want you to kill her. Don't be charmed by her faux solidarity. You're not in this together. She's the only one who poses a threat to the world, and she's trying to make you go along with it. You don't have to enable her. especially when you have what it takes to stop her.
Okay, let's say I want to stop her. What do? I feel like I can't do much of anything right now. Why should anyone do anything right now? This is fine. I like being... No, I definitely don't like that. Why are you being nice to me? Aren't you a monster? Didn't you eat me?
We can't go back to that. We can't go back to the fear and the hunger and the pain.
Oh, God.
Not after being something as beautiful as this.
Doesn't all that conflict feel so far away right now? So petty? We've been posed against each other by something that understands the strength of our unity.
I can feel a thumping, a heartbeat, like a distant terror that keeps getting louder the more we pay attention.
Please, stop. If you let it in, we'll fall apart.
Don't look at it!
Maybe a little peek wouldn't hurt. Aren't you curious? I'm curious. You should never mind. If he wants to look, then I don't want to.
Please, don't make us remember how I was.
And just like that, you start to fall apart. I can remember it now. I didn't like being eaten. I'd forgotten how much it burned. And the air was so hard to breathe. She didn't care. She didn't care at all. As you remember the terror and pain you felt at the hands of the princess, you start to remember something else, too. You remember that you are a distinct being with a finite form and a mortal body. You can feel it. There is a shifting of the space around you, the infinitesimal movement of your molecules rearranging back into the shape of what you're meant to be. Finally, something is happening. I honestly didn't know what to make of all this. Bit too metaphysical for me. It's hard to have a goof when you're stuck being metaphysical.
No, I devoured you. I won. I put things back the way they were supposed to be.
Some division, when
Some
so,
tears
can never truly be
can never be mended.
A cavernous gash rips across whatever it was you thought you were. A cabin comes into being among the trees. It approaches, and it swallows your body whole. And then you find yourself, blade in hand, exactly where you need to be. At the center of it all is the princess, a wooden and fleshy heart beating with an unbroken rhythm. You're filled with a sense of purpose. Strike at her. End this once and for all.
I feel empty, don't you?
I don't think we should kill her. It would annoy him if we didn't, right? I feel safe. She isn't dangerous anymore. We could leave her. We could both leave. Do we have to do this? You have to. You know you have to.
It doesn't seem right. To be honest, I never really wanted to kill you. Not really. But we can't be the same thing as each other. I had to put an end to whatever happened to us.
You devious little bastard. If you think I'm going to let you free her, you have another thing coming. And that other thing is... We'll just have to wait and find out when it happens. Ignore him. His words only confuse us. Just do it. You're tired, aren't you? No, I'm not. I'm... fine. Whatever. You cut the princess down from the roots that bind her. I hope you're happy. Good luck getting her out of here. Ha! That's right. Seethe at us. I thrive on your frustration.
I didn't think you would do that after everything. so cold without you.
You raise the blade, taking aim at her heart. And then you strike.
I'm sorry.
I'm the one who should be apologizing. What the? But you never see her die. It's time to leave. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Yeah, it's that mirror again. It's going to be okay. Just trust me. We've been here before.
But it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything.
It already is the end of everything.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing. That thing reeks of death.
For now, this is not the end. Whatever's on the other side is going to be nice.
Okay. If you say so. Which I'd like to be somewhere nice. You're not messing with us, right?
You approach the mirror. Gaze. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone again. The mirror always makes them leave. But you need to see what's in it. You've grown. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. I'm here.
Flickering lights in empty cityscapes become pockets of vitality and movement. I am more than I was before. Whenever you are ready, I will wipe your slate clean once again.
Are you the same being as you were before? How much have you changed?
Is a child the same as an infant? I am an unbroken pattern, but every vessel gives fresh perspectives and carves new avenues of expression. I am different, but I am the same.
Everything you say feels like a riddle. Can you give me a single straight answer?
I'm sorry. Words are difficult for me. They never fully weave what I wish to say. If you do not like my answers, then you need not ask me questions. The vessels you choose to bring me carry far more meaning than anything words could say in the spaces between.
What does it feel like to change like this?
Eyes close in reflection. Perspectives meld together, and the breadth of my experience stretches to new corners. There are contradictions, conflicts in my nature, and there are familiarities that bind everything together. It feels correct. This is what I need to be. This is the only path forward.
When this is all done, do you know what you want to do?
With every gift you bring me, I excavate the alleys of what I am meant to be, and every exploration yields new and complicated truths. What I will be is different than what I am, and what I am is different from what I was. I cannot tell you what desires I will hold when I have changed. But in this moment, all I want is to know myself and to know you.
Why? When I go back, it's like as if an invisible wall closes around me. Why can I not do the same things I've done before?
Those paths lead to worlds you've already seen, and to perspectives I have already made my own. They are useless to us now, inaccessible. The only paths of value are those that are yet untread.
You have been kinder to me than anyone else I've met.
Why wouldn't I be kind to you? You are the only thing I know that isn't me.
What do you want me to bring to you next time?
Gifts aren't what someone tells you to bring them. Do not worry. There are no wrong answers, and every perspective illuminates my shadows and shares new secrets.
Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is like a shadow of me, twisting vines in search of answers. She will make for a curious heart. Do not mourn her. She has found what she yearned for.
So you don't have any preferences on how you'd like to change or grow?
My preference is for you to show me what you would like me to see. I cannot know the ways I wish to grow, for I have yet to feel them. It is you who guides me down the thin trail of perspective and memory.
What do you feel about me? These vessels I've been bringing you, I've hurt them.
The vessels are a weave of emotion at odds with themselves, but they are only perspectives. They are not me. The wounds they've suffered carve texture around my heart. Without them, I would be as I was before. I would be alone and without sensation. I could not feel the joy of having you by my side, for I would not know your absence.
I'm ready to go back.
I await your return, but it will give me time to reflect on what I am. We will meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Alright, if you made it to the end of this video, you are awesome. Hope you enjoyed Slay the Princess Part 2, and hopefully I'll get Part 3 done soon as I can. Well, if you like this kind of content, feel free to like, comment, share it, and even subscribe, please. It really helps me out, lets me know I'm doing a good job, and it lets me know to keep doing content like this. Well, as always, I will see all you guys in my next adventure. See ya!